I'm a teacher first and foremost. That's like how I pay the bills, and it's, I think, maybe the most fun thing that well, everything I do is kind of fun, but I'm an artist as well, so I do paintings and drawings, and I show with a group called Cowbrow in town, and I'm a filmmaker, which is sort of like my lifelong love. Balance is really tricky because among those things, like that's just what I do creatively and for work, and then there's like the dog and the wife and the house and friends, and for me it's like it's not a question of if I'm going to balance, but like just how, because I have to keep creating. With my students, like my media arts students, I teach filmmaking and animation and painting. So with like the media arts kids, I'm basically always telling them, like, Don Hertzfeld's coming to town, you guys need to go, and I keep a website for them with all of their assignments and stuff, so I'll put little things, there's like a check this out corner where they can click on things and they know about it. And just, talking to kids are reasonable, and kids are human beings, and we don't give them enough credit sometimes, so it's just like you talk to them about what they're interested in and you tell them what you're interested in, and things like that work out. As an art teacher, I think it's really important to say, you know what, maybe all that testing is important in some way, but what's really truly important is for you to be a critical thinker and to be a problem solver, and that's what art making is. So for me, it's paramount to have kids interested in the arts and working towards things, even if they're not going to be a working artist. Well, I'll say that it's not the school districts that want to get rid of the arts or to breed like this button pushing atmosphere. It's not the school districts. It's coming from people who want to reform education. It's coming from the people who write the standards and write the tests. School districts, their hands are tied, and the teachers' hands are tied even tighter than that. As far as like the levy is concerned, again, I think this last year there was a really big push by the governor and his friends to demonize teachers. And it's not because they hate teachers, it's because they hate unions. It was a dark place for most teachers to like hear that, we weren't supported by the community in a lot of cases. In a lot of cases we were. Thank you to those of you who supported us. And in fact, in the district where I work, the levy, I think it was one of the only levies in Central Ohio that passed. So I'm really, really grateful for that, obviously. It keeps the standards of education up, and it keeps people employed and all of that good stuff. The district where I teach has a really strong arts program, and in our building I can speak to that best. I think that having students, enter shows and win awards definitely provides some visibility for what we do and gives credibility to what we do. Every year we have kids that are in the top 25 in the state of Ohio. Every year we have kids who win portfolio awards, either regionally or nationally. Creating something is fun, and it's meaningful, and it's necessary, I think, to remain a human being who is human. Every time I travel to another country or another place, domestically, I take the video camera along and just make something. Most recently I went to Belize with my wife, and we just met some really wonderful people, and I went diving and all sorts of fun stuff, but like through that I was constantly filming, and I just put together this really goofy little montage of our trip. For me, just being outside of my comfort zone, and it's all about learning. It's all about like finding differences in cultures, but also finding similarities. But I feel like every project I work on gets better and better, and I feel like every time I do something, I understand more about like how to direct and how to cut things together and how to work with people. I don't know where I'll be in 5 years. I know I'll still be making stuff, and I know that I'll still be married to a gorgeous girl, and that's all that really matters. It's just, having good friends and family, and making sure that I'm still creating.